Hi, it's Lori Hollander here,
And Bob Hollander here.
and we are going to give you that weekly recharge tip. So today, I thought it would be great, Bob, to talk about empty nest because it is that time of the year when the kids all go back to school, and for many, many people, their kids have flown the coop.
The most wonderful time of the year. But I didn't always feel that way.
Yeah.
We got used to something that we thought was going to be very painful, actually.
Yeah. So it is a sad time. It's really the close of a chapter of life that is probably the biggest chapter, if you have kids.
Mm-hmm.
But it also can be a really awesome time, almost like going back to the days where we were dating, right, Bob?
I can hardly remember.
I know, it was a long time ago.
Yes, we used to do things there that I can't even consider these days, But that's where I think we have to try to get back to.
Exactly. Yeah. Or actually move forward because things are a whole lot different. So we have some tips for you. The first step to addressing this empty nest and making it happy is you have to re-engage. And what we mean by that is that people have been disengaged as a couple for a long time. And your focus has been on the kids, and there's always so much to do, and all of a sudden it's quiet.
Yeah, it's quiet, and it's scary. I felt like I wasn't with you for a while. I didn't know who you were. I didn't know what the relationship was, and it seemed like brand new.
Yeah, and it is really weird to be alone together again. So I remember, Bob, we just sort of looked at each other and went, who are you?
There was such work to do that we didn't have a chance to do the kinds of things we had to do, we should have done in a relationship. We couldn't take the time.
That's right.
So now we had the time, but did we have the tools?
So re-engaging means that the two of you sit down and talk about how weird it is, right? A lot of couples don't. They just do their own thing.
Well, they're not used to it. They're scared to do it. They've all of a sudden got to be a little bit more open and vulnerable.
Exactly.
But you must. You must.
And the second step is to reflect. And by that, we mean talk about what is the relationship like now? What was it like way back when, if you can remember?
Yeah.
And what do you want it to be?
Right.
And talk about creating that next chapter. It actually can be pretty exciting. If you still like each other.
And it has been happening. It's getting more exciting.
Exactly.
There's going to be times when there's going to be a lot of distance, and we have to call it for what it is.
Exactly. And the third step is to react. And by that we mean take action steps to figure out what is this new chapter going to be like.
Right.
And we mean head, heart, and hormones, right, Bob?
That's right.
So head, we mean what are you going to talk about if the kids aren't there? You're going to talk about politics? Are you going to talk about the weather? Are you going to have deeper conversations about your future together?
Right. I mean, you might be taking up other interests, and it's great to bring it back to the relationship, and could reinvigorate something that you haven't been intending to for a while.
Exactly. Heart, Bob. You have to really think through how have you been showing your partner that you love them.
Right.
And, maybe there's some things you want to change about that.
Yeah. And also to not be afraid to be vulnerable. You have time to, take a greater accounting of oneself and the things that you like and the things that you don't like about yourself and with your partner. And you finally have the time, and could be a very scary but enriching time for the relationship.
Then the hormones. You have to have sex. Now, for some people, that may not be a good thing.
Well, it creates problems and conflict and difficulties. And what better way to kind of get into your head and heart by making sure that you take time for sex?
Right. And it is really a wonderful way to re-engage. So with your empty nest, fill it up with good stuff, reinvent your marriage, and it actually has been a wonderful time.
Yes,
right,
it has, and it seems like it's rather open-ended.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that we can discover now that we couldn't with two brats running around, but but I love them.
The kids may be
I love
watching
them.
this.
I do love them.
We love our kids.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Take care.
See you.
Bye-bye.